Okay, guys. I just put more money into this thing. The Unirail. The thing's got the busted fender. It's still busted because the bracket's broken. I gotta buy some new aftermarket crap. You might be wondering what I put into it. Well, it was over $1,000. I'm worried about Trump's tariffs and stuff, so I figured if I wanted to get another battery for this thing, it's best to do it now. And I like to travel, so this is my Traveler. This is my getting around towner right here. If you see this thing, this is my Geo mobility scooter car thing. This thing is freaking awesome. They're out of the lithium batteries for this. They're like $2,000 for a battery for this. I think it's like a big battery. It's one battery. I think once that comes in, I'm gonna get that, because after we pay off our trike and our mopeds, that's about paid off. We will be able to get credit to get the battery for that, and I'm thinking it might be a good idea to get the lithium battery for that, because I think it ups. That right now can do 30 miles on one charge, and I believe if I buy the lithium battery, it's an 80 AH battery, which is insane. That thing should be able to do at least 100-mile drives once I get that for it, and that would be worth it, because that thing is amazing. If you use the heater though, whoo, it takes the battery down. I think it's charging right now. Yeah, it is. See the red light in there. But what did I buy for this bike? Well, I bought another one of these and the third battery that goes right here, because now this thing should be able to do close to, I'd say, almost 200-mile drives. Because right now, the way this thing sits, it can go about 80. The way it sits right now, it used to be able to go like 100 before that broke, and I'm gonna work on getting that fixed. I think I found a motorcycle repair shop that will repair this bike completely for me, and we're talking brakes, we're talking everything. I'm probably gonna put like $500 more into it, because I have all the parts I can give them. I have another brake set. Unirail sent me another brake set a while ago when that happened. That they gave me another derailleur because of the fire, to probably try not to get me to talk about it, but guess what, guys? Sorry, I talked about it because I think people need to know about that. But I really cannot fault this bike. I hate this bike. Like, do not get me wrong, I hate this bike. This bike is a piece of crap. I hate this bike. All the electronics on it, though, they're pretty good. You might be like, well, it had a fire. Well, that wasn't an electronic on the bike, so to say, that caused the fire. That was the charger. But pretty much all the electronics on this bike, I can't find any faults with them. It's just the bike itself is a pile of garbage. You might be like, oh yeah, look at it. It's all rusty and barely taken care of. I don't take care of the sprocket anymore because it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So I'm like, I don't take care of it because I don't use it. You know, the only thing I use on this bike right now is the brakes, and I swear I've sprayed WD-40 and oil on this thing many times, but since I drive it in the winter time, that happened. Luckily, once I can get this fixed, that won't happen anymore, because this is now my winter guy. This guy is the only thing I'm driving in the winter anymore. I'm not driving bikes in the winter anymore. Basically, if you want a long-range e-bike and you don't have a motorcycle license, if you have a motorcycle license, I might recommend a Happy Run e-bike to you. But I called my state PD and asked them if I got that bike, could I get a moped license for it, or could I put a moped sticker on it? They told me yes, but it couldn't go over 30. Well, Happy Run has to say on their website that their bikes can go 36 or 38, and then the slowest bike I could find was 31. Guess what? That's 1 mile per hour over what I can drive. So No happy run e-bike for me. I'm an angry run because I can't get a happy run. I want to just buy a whole new bike. I want to get a happy run because I hate this thing. Again, this thing is a piece of crap. Do not get that wrong. This bike is a piece of garbage. But you can't fault this thing for as far as it can go. This thing is incredible with the range it can go. And I honestly say if you want a long-range e-bike, make sure you know what you're doing mechanically, so if the chain breaks, anything like that happens, you can fix it, because bike shops will not touch this thing. I might have found a motorcycle shop that will. I'll update you guys on that. But, yeah, I'm just going to tell you, if you want something that goes long range, this is a good bike for that. I've got, I don't know how many miles on this thing I've got. That's one thing I really hate about this bike, too, is, it doesn't keep track of the miles like most of my other e-bikes. So you'll see right now, this is going to say on here, it's got like that much on it. I have not reset this in a while because you can reset it, but that's not accurate, dude. That is, because I took this on a very long ride the other day. And I got to find the charger. I can't figure out where the heck I put the charger after the ride. I think I'm going to be getting another charger with, no, that's right. Unirail doesn't give you another charger. That's really bullcrap. They don't give you another charger. I remember Rad gives you another charger. Hemingway gives you another charger if you buy a battery. I think they did. I never got my battery from Hemingway because it took so long to ship. I had it for like a year and they didn't ship it. So I was like, dude, just give me a refund. I'll take the like $600 back and I'll just buy other crap with it. And that's exactly what I did. Because my Hemingway was supposed to be my long-range e-bike. And it was a good e-bike. But I can't really speak for it now because it's my only e-bike I've ever had that I've paid over $1,000 for that no longer runs. All my other e-bikes that I haven't paid over $1,000 for, most of those don't run anymore. And I mean, it's expected. You buy a cheap bike, you're gonna get cheap crap. That's just how it is. But the Hemingway was, mind you, a $2,000 e-bike, and the motor on that thing is shot now. And that was one of my few e-bikes that still had the chain on it too before I took it off, because when I moved, something got caught in it and snapped it and stuff, and that was after it was broken, so like didn't even matter at that point. But yeah, my Hemingway's motor has gone very bad. It's broken and it'll never be fixed. But this bike, on the other hand, this thing is still trucking. It shows no signs of the motor going bad. And keep in mind, I go hard on this bike. Like, I am fast. I drive very fast with this bike sometimes. And when I go on my long rides, I try to keep it slow. I even turn down the wattage. And I thought that was cool. I will give Unirail credit for that. They say that you can get in the computer and mess around with it, and they will not void your warranty. I called them and they told me that. I said, can I get into my computer and turn down the wattage? And they said, yeah. They said you could turn it up too if you want to. It won't hurt your warranty. I was like, oh, well, that's good to know, because I already kind of did turn it up. But yeah, so you might be wondering why I turned it down. Well, if you turn down your wattage, your bike's going to it's going to peak lower, so it's not going to use as much battery. So I turned down my wattage to, I think, 24 volts or something like that. 48, I think it was 24. I think 24 volts I turned it down to when I go on my long rides. Because another thing I hate about this bike, this thumb throttle. Some people like these. I despise these. It's probably because, look at my thumb, look at my thumb. Look at that. My thumb does that. It's double jointed. And it hurts like heck after I have to push that down for a while. Sometimes I just palm it, you know. And that's kind of the best way to do it if you're going to go on a long ride, is to palm it. It's outside right now because I'm about to get some oil and clean this thing and get it all nice and stuff. Because this thing's going to start being better taken care of now, because I don't use it in the winter. Riding your e-bike in the winter is awful for it. If you have to, I mean, I can't really tell you not to, because if it's your only mode of transportation, not everyone can afford a $7,000 miniature car. And, you know, I'm not bragging that I have one. Trust me, I'm not, because if it wasn't for my wife, I would not have any of these. I wouldn't even have the bikes. I'm a broke loser. if it wasn't for my wife, because I can't work. But anyways, yeah, this bike here is decent, and I'm gonna update you guys on how far can this thing go once I get the other batteries, because I'm actually really curious if this thing can go 200 miles. I'm thinking it can. We're also gonna build something, because I'm working on getting a trailer for this bike. I'm gonna build something on this bike that is gonna have like a generator, okay? And this bike works like you can switch off the battery while you're driving, right? So I could switch off one battery, plug it into said generator, and charge battery while I'm driving, because I could have a generator on a trailer. I wish I could afford a solar generator, because I don't really like anything that's gas. I call gas trash. Sorry if you like gas. I've just had very bad experiences with everything I've ever owned that runs on gas. Mopeds, those little stupid bikes with the motors on them, dude. Just, I hate gas. Electric is so much more reliable. I barely ever have problems with it. It goes and goes and goes. I mean, look at the state of this thing, and it still drives. Like, dude, what? But yeah, and I know some people are probably like, well, your bike don't work right because look at how you take care of it. Yeah, I see that, and that's something I pointed out, that I know I don't take care of my bikes properly because I'm an idiot when it comes to anything mechanical. I know about electrical stuff, and right now my car's starting to do some weird jittery thing with the front brakes. I got to get under there and see if something's loose or something. I'm gonna call the guy tomorrow I bought this from, like, yo dude, I haven't had this thing a month and it's making rattling sounds. Mind you, my roads are awful. There are holes everywhere, and yes, this thing hits them. It jiggles, it joggles, but it handles it. But yeah, so I'm gonna update you guys on how far is this guy gonna go once I get the other battery. But I seriously am going to tell you guys, I've done research, like I have done hours of research, because I've been trying to figure out ever since I heard about tariffs and stuff, because I know the price of this kind of stuff is going up. This is all China right here, baby. We don't make these in America, and I doubt we ever will. But yeah, ever since I found out about the tariffs, I've been looking into getting a new e-bike, a really long range one that I can depend on. And lo and behold, I figured out I pretty much have the best one you can get. This is the best one. I was gonna look into an electric XP4, but I'm gonna tell you guys something. When you're buying an e-bike, do not look at what the range says it can do. Look at the AH of the battery. Because this guy right here, I believe, is a 15 AH here, and this is a 21 AH. That is why I bought another one of those, because that battery is insane. That is a 21 AH battery. And I was like, why just buy this one? Why not get another one of these? Because it's at a little bit of a discounted price. I was like, why not? It's a little bit discounted if you buy both. So I was like, why not? Why not? I can do it. Why not? So I was like, why not get another big one? Because this is the best battery on this bike. There is no better battery than that. As a matter of fact, if I can get another one before the tariffs go in, I'm going to get another one. If I can get another one of those big batteries, just the singular big battery, which is like a $700 battery, I'm going to get another one. I will have 3 of those batteries, because those are great batteries. They are. They're awesome. And when I get my other battery, my other smaller one is going to actually plug into here. So right there. That's where it plugs into. Hopefully that's still good. I did replace all that stuff after the fire. They gave me all brand new stuff. But man, I also got to get the new pedal sensor on there. I don't know how to get this stuff off. I have a new pass sensor, but I don't have the know-how how to get it in there, you know? They sent me a new pass sensor. I have a new derailleur. I'm too stupid, guys. I don't even know how to put a new chain on this. I bought one, and I wasted $20 on a stupid chain because I took the wrong link off or whatever, and I took it to the bike shop. I was like, can I take this back because I'm an idiot and ruined it? And they're like, no, sorry. I was like, I didn't think so. Dang it. But yeah, I'm an idiot when it comes to anything mechanical. But, well... I would cut that out if I wanted to edit a video this long. But, yeah. This bike sucks. Like, I'm going to say again, this bike is awful. Like, the bike itself is garbage. But the electronics on this bike, man, Unirail's really got something here that no other company's got. Like, they've got a bike that can go really far. This is like a happy run e-bike if they weren't so freaking fast. I wish they weren't, because I would have bought one. They're beautiful. I was going to get the red, white, and blue one, and then I called the PD, and they're like, well, if it's over 750 watts and it goes that fast, then no, you can't have it. So this guy only goes top speed 28 miles per hour. And I know if you've seen my display, it looks like it goes way faster than that. That's because you have to trick this bike to get it to go fast. You have to actually make the computer think it has smaller or bigger tires on it. I think I got it set to 7,000 something with the tire size. And it, because it thinks it has larger tires, I think it's larger, or is it smaller? I don't know. I think it's larger. The larger the tires, I think, is the faster it will go. But at a certain point, it'll just be like, okay, this is ridiculous. I can't go this fast. But, yeah. I guess I have one of the best e-bikes money can buy. Even though I hate this bike with a burning passion. I hate this thing. I really do. I hate this bike. I feel like it was the biggest waste of money I ever spent on the bike. I wish I could somehow get all the mechanical stuff and put it on a better bike, because this bike sucks. It does. This bike sucks. The bike sucks, but everything mechanical on here does not. And if you're like, well, what's all this stuff? This, my friends, this is a motorcycle battery I took out of my moped, okay? This runs that LED light bar and these massive speakers that are usually for a motorcycle. And let me tell you something. You might not think that these would last long on this battery. Dude, I have gone on an 8-hour bike ride with these. And it worked all freaking day. Mind you, I didn't have it up to the maximum because I was talking to my wife, but it worked all freaking day, dude. And then when I came home later at night, I turned it up and I was blasting it coming down the bike trail, dude, so people could hear me and see me because I had my bike lit up like a Christmas tree. And it still went. I don't know how this dies so fast in a gas moped, but on this, I guess it must take a lot of power to turn over some kind of gas thing. That's probably what it is, because usually you could still turn on your radio and stuff like that when your car battery's dead or whatever. So I guess, like, if you're just going to use a car battery or a motorcycle, this is a motorcycle battery. I don't know if it's a lithium or if it's a Nikolai one. I have no idea. All I know is it came in one of my mopeds, and I knew that's what ran my radio, so I ripped it out and put it in that. That's another cool thing about this bike too, that it has this right here where you can kind of just squeeze this in here, because that's all that is, man. It's that bungee cord keeping that squeeze in there. I've never had a problem with that, dude. Never. It stays there all the time. So seriously, if you guys want a nice radio system on your bike, connect a motorcycle battery to your bike and go to Walmart and buy that Boss audio system speaker thing for like $80, and you've got a freaking banging radio system on your e-bike, man. I'm honestly thinking about putting one in this, because the radio in this is, it's mid. It's okay. And this thing really needs more, like, they should have made some kind of modification. You could put a rack up here. I'm thinking about getting some flex glue and gluing the rack that used to be on the back of this that broke off up here, so we have a little bit more space, and putting a motorcycle battery in it and putting an LED light bar in there so I have more light in the wintertime on this thing and stuff, so people can see me better. Because this thing's already got neons underneath it and inside of it, so yeah. But anyways, yeah, I just want to make this video to basically tell you guys, do I recommend this bike? Yes and no. This bike is one of the biggest confusing things in my life, because I hate the bike. I really do. I hate that metal piece of crap. But all the electrical stuff on this bike is amazing. This bike honestly has some of the best technology. And Unirail, I honestly think if you could build better stuff, you'd be the top bike brand. I'd be behind you. if you change some of your ways. Like, I thought that was such bullcrap. You guys wanted me to buy a $50 derailleur with shipping and the price of the derailleur. $25 for the derailleur, $25 for the shipping. Because it broke when I changed the tire. And I don't even know how it broke, bro. I didn't even touch it. It just broke. It fell off. And it snapped in half. It's because everything on this bike is made with the cheapest, crappy metal. Look at this. Look at this. That broke. That was not rusted before it broke either. This is the only thing I still have on here that hasn't broke, because actually it's not tied with metal. It's tied with zip ties, because I couldn't figure out how to do it because there's no video on YouTube or anything. And then this right here. And yes, this is a protest against the stupid tariffs, because I think that crap is stupid. And yes, that is true. I believe that is coming, because everything's going to be so stinking expensive. Because a majority of things are made in China, and I don't think people realize that. And also, if you want your factory jobs here in America, you know, the machines that they use in the factories, those usually come from China. So we don't have those yet. So you're going to have to pay higher prices to import those machines here that we don't have yet for the factories we don't have. It makes no sense to me. I'm not trying to get political or anything. I'm just really pissed off about the tariffs, because it's attacking a lot of stuff I like personally. And people are like, buy American. Dude, they don't make these in America. They don't make a majority of anything in this country. Probably because we just don't have the resources for it. I don't know, but I don't know, man. But like, this bike is awful. It really is. But at the end of the day, I wish Unirail and me could be friends, you know, and partner up, and I could help them figure out a way to build a better e-bike. Because Unirail, I'm telling you, if you guys listen to me and did your bikes better and made them to where bike shops would work on them and stuff, you guys would literally be the top bike brand, because this bike is impressive of how far it can go. I cannot fault this thing for that. This thing can go so far, and it doesn't even go that slow when it goes far. I think when I pedaled it, when it worked and I had the chain on there, it was going on average about 15 miles per hour. You guys just need to figure out a way to get better metal in your components. Like your fenders, those need to be updated or something, because that broke, and I got kicked out of your group because I said a bunch of stuff about how everything broke on my bike, and you guys didn't let me post it. That was kind of scummy. You lost a lot of points with me there doing that. But that broke. That has not broke, because I probably didn't even put it on there right. I did it better than I should have. I should have done that with a zip tie, and maybe that wouldn't be broken. But eventually, pretty soon, I'm working on getting an aftermarket fender for the front at least. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to paint it again, so that sucks. But I'm going to leave my back ones on there, because that's actually the thing off my old moped. I cut it off with a saw, because that thing's a hunk of crap. It ain't never going to run again. And everybody that fixes it wants a fortune to fix it, so no, I won't be paying you. I'll just get a cheaper vehicle that I know how to drive and fix, and you can take your expensive price tag and shove it where the sun don't shine. You idiots that know how to fix the mopeds, because I'm not paying you $500 to fix my freaking moped. That's ridiculous. $300 more, that's what I paid for the stupid thing. You know, that's ridiculous. I'm not paying that. But yeah. This is a good bike. Electrical wise. Bike wise, this thing's a lemon. It's a piece of crap. I'll probably have a video. Next time I have a video, it probably won't look so rusty, because I'm going to do my best today. I'm going to try to get some steel wool in the next few days and get all this rust off it, because I think it's going to help this thing a lot now that I'm not driving it in the wintertime. Because that's my winter vehicle now. That is no longer a winter vehicle at all. I mean, I just don't go places in the wintertime, so I can only go when it's nice out, which is fine. Hopefully, I can get the lithium battery for that, and that'll go places. But I don't know how safe I feel driving that in the winter. If someone slips into me or something, total my freaking car or kill me. I'm more worried about it destroying my car than destroying me. If my car's gonna get destroyed, please take me too. Because I don't want to lose my car, man. I love my car. But yeah. if you're looking into buying one of these Unirail flashes, this is the cheap model, mind you. This is the one that has the motor in the back, not the dual motor or the mid-drive one. I was going to get one of those eventually, but I don't know, man. I just don't want to buy another bike from this company because it was not a good experience with the bike. I really used to love this thing so much, and like now I want to sell it and get rid of it, honestly, because I hate it, but at the same time it's like it goes so far I can't let it go, because it is truly my freedom right there. But yeah, my phone's dying, so I gotta go, and I probably talked about stuff like several times in here that I already talked about. But hey, I also think any of the channels out there that do e-bike reviews, e-bike companies, stop making them so freaking corporate, because when I watch a video that feels corporate, I don't want to buy the e-bike. I feel like it's a lie. Like a video like mine, dude, I feel like, dude, you can trust what I say. I'm going to tell you the truth, man. I'm going to tell you the truth about this bike and everything that I've had wrong with it and everything. I'm not going to lie to you, you know? And you might be like, well, that's the problem when you get the bike from somebody. And like, no, what e-bike companies need to do is they need to just give somebody the bike, not pay them or anything. Just give them a bike. Like, I would be fine with that if they just gave me a bike and then I'll review it. Like, just give me a bike. You don't got to pay me, no contracts, no nothing. Just give me a bike. And I will be honest about it. And let me tell you, if you are an honest company and you listen to what I tell you on how to make the bike better and improve it and stuff, bro, you're going to have one of the top e-bike companies in the world. Because I know what the average e-bike rider wants. Because I'm stuck on these freaking things my whole life, dude. These are my cars. I work with them every day. Well, I work with that more now, but I used to work with these every day. And I can tell you what I want on an e-bike and what I don't want on an e-bike. And I think companies need to also have an option for that thumb throttle, twist or thumb. I notice a lot more of them are starting to go to that thumb throttle, and that honestly makes me not want to buy a new e-bike either. Because I hate the thumb throttle. I'm going to one day get that turned to a twist throttle, mark my words. I hate that thumb throttle. But, yeah. Alright, seriously, I gotta go, or my phone's gonna die. Later, I will be back with an updated video when I go on a super long ride with this thing.